Doylestown is one of the most popular and well-known towns within the Philadelphia suburbs, and it's also one of the most popular towns for questions that I get from you guys who are thinking about making the move to the Philadelphia suburbs. Now let's go over the real truth of what it's like to live in Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Hi there, I'm Corey Benhart. I'm a local real estate agent specializing in helping you make the move to the Philly suburbs. All of my information is below. I look forward to hearing from you. Let's get started. Doylestown is located right in the middle of Bucks County, Pennsylvania, which is the second largest county in the suburbs. Doylestown has a population of just above 8,200 residents. In my opinion, Doylestown's location cannot be beat. You're only an hour or so from Center City, Philadelphia and the Philadelphia International Airport, a little over 2 hours to the New Jersey beaches, and right around 2 hours from the Pocono Mountains, which are beautiful all year long, especially in the fall. The Poconos are also very popular during the winter for skiing, snowboarding, sledding, etc. A lot of people who live in Doylestown love the feeling of living in the suburbs without being too far from Center City, Philadelphia, where there are tons of amazing restaurants, museums, parks, and just about everything that you could think of, all within the city. If you end up living in Doylestown, but you need to commute into the city, it could be tricky if you end up commuting during rush hour. So if you don't want to deal with traffic, you could also hop on the Doylestown train and take a direct route right into Center City, Philly. The train might end up taking right around the same time as driving, but without the hassle of dealing with traffic. Doylestown as a whole is kind of broken into two different parts. We have Doylestown Borough and Doylestown Township. The borough is where the shopping, the dining, the walkability, and all of those amazing things are located. And then beyond the borough, we have the township, which is made up of more spread out, wide open residential neighborhoods, townhomes, single family homes, and farms as well. Typically, if you own a home in the borough, you're sacrificing the yard size for the walkability. If you're not familiar with Doylestown, you might think that Doylestown Borough has a lot smaller homes than the township because there's just not enough space. And that really wouldn't be the case, truthfully. Homes in the borough can still be quite large, anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 plus square footage, but you just won't have the huge backyard that you might get out in Doylestown Township. But again, Doylestown Township is really only around 5 to 20 minutes from the center of town. So if you don't mind driving, but you would prefer the larger plot of land, then Doylestown Township might be best for you. The weather in Doylestown is going to be very similar to the rest of the weather that we receive in the Philadelphia metro area, and that means you get to enjoy all 4 seasons throughout the year. My clients who have already moved to Pennsylvania after watching these videos always call me, 6 months, 12 months later after owning their home, and they continue to say just how much they love watching the change of seasons all throughout the year. Doylestown has the beautiful spring season with average temps from 50 to 70 degrees. Doylestown also has the very hot and humid East Coast summers where temperatures can range from 70 to 90 degrees, and sometimes keep in mind that the humidity can reach up to around 70 to 90% as well. So it's a very sticky, sweaty type of weather for the most part throughout the summer in Pennsylvania. After summer, we of course have the very crisp fall season with temperatures around 40 to 60 degrees. I have found that most of the people that have reached out from this channel that I've had the opportunity to help find a home here, it seems to be that fall is always their favorite season because the trees turn colors and it's just truly beautiful for around a month or so in the fall season. And of course, lastly, we have winter. Some people love Pennsylvania winters and some people hate them. It really depends on what type of weather you're looking for. If you're not from Pennsylvania, you might think that our winters look something like this, but truthfully, we have not had much snow in around 2 to 3 years. The winter in this area can be pretty weird. Sometimes we'll have days in the 20s or 30s, but for example, at the time of filming this video, it's 55 degrees outside. So it really depends on the type of winter and the weather that we receive here all throughout the year. Last year, it was 70 degrees on Thanksgiving, and the year before that, we had snow on Halloween. So it really does all depend. If you're big into snow sports, Doylestown is only around an hour or so from some great ski slopes such as Big Bear, Spring Mountain, and Blue Mountain, just to name a few. Doylestown was named one of the most walkable towns in all of the Philadelphia suburbs. The entire downtown area is full of incredible restaurants with every cuisine you could ever want, tons of shopping, bars, etc. But one of the most special things about Doylestown is its history. Doylestown dates back to 1838 with some incredible history here, such as Fonthill Castle, Mercer Museum, and the Mercer Tile Works as well. These 3 incredible buildings are just some of the rich history that we have here in Doylestown. As you drive or walk through the center of Doylestown, you'll also notice that some homes have these plaques outside their homes. Doylestown Borough homeowners can pay to have the Historic Society research to see who the original person or family was that originally owned their home 100+ years ago. Although Doylestown is quite historic, that doesn't mean that all of the housing options are. Over the past couple of years, Doylestown has seen tremendous growth in not only the number of people moving here, the number of businesses that are opening, but also in the number of brand new homes, neighborhoods, and apartment buildings that have been built and are currently being built as well. This town is a great mix of historic houses and brand new modern housing. So no matter what you're looking for, whether that's an apartment, a townhome, a single family home, or a large luxury home on tons of acres, Doylestown has it, and I would love to help you find exactly what you're looking for. One of the reasons that Doylestown is so popular and well known is because the courthouse for all of Bucks County is right there in the heart of Doylestown Borough. The courthouse brings a lot of people to the town each day and keeps the downtown shops and businesses thriving due to not only the residents of Doylestown, but all of the surrounding towns and all of the surrounding people that need to come to the courthouse each and every day. There are actually two courthouses right next to each other. The older courthouse is now just used as an office building because they built a brand new, much bigger, much more modern, beautiful courthouse right across the street. So what do you think? Does Doylestown sound like the perfect town for you? I would love to help you find your perfect home in the Philadelphia suburb area. All of my contact information is below. I would look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you over on this next video.